Students, we are going to be looking at graphs today being Monday and keeping with our schedule of live CSEC classes. So on a Monday, we do graphs, we focus on graphs. The type of graphs that we're going to be doing tonight is graphing inequalities, also called inequations. And an inequation is where we have a function greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So we're going to learn how to illustrate these inequations on the number line as well as on the coordinate plane. Before we do that, as usual, we're going to play the schedule of live classes just to remind you which days and times and what lessons are taught on each day so that you make sure not to miss anything. We have 5 live PEP classes per week and 5 live CSEC classes per week. Here is the schedule. Hello CSEC math students, I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now in this series, we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything, make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello scholars, did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand. All right, so welcome back, scholars, and welcome to the scholars in the chat from wherever you are coming, from Facebook, from Twitter, from Instagram, from wherever in the universe you are watching us. Welcome to Jamani. I'm seeing Jamani already in the chat, and I'm also going to welcome my studio crew who will be joining me. Welcome, Imani. John.
That means.
Star. All right. So we're going to be graphing inequalities, and it's really very simple. We're going to start off by illustrating inequalities on the number line. So let's share our screen. Okay, so that would be the one. Okay. So the number line, and when we're graphing inequalities, it's just a sketch, right? It's just a sketch. We don't even need to put in all the values. We really just need to find the point that we're talking about, that one number, and we're good to go. So Let's say we want to show, this is a number line. I will want to show. So the inequalities are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. All right. So if we want to show greater than, we simply find the number. Let's say x is greater than 7. So that's positive 7. So we just find positive 7. Just put a mark where we think positive 7 could be. And we're going to draw a circle. And we're going to put an arrow to show that it's greater than. We're not going to shade inside the circle because it's only greater than. If it was x is greater than or equal to 7, in that case, when we put our 7 and we put our circle over 7, we would shade inside the circle, and this shading will tell us that is greater than or equal to. So this one up here, this is just x, is the arrow is pointing to the right, so it's greater than, but the circle is left blank because it's just greater than. When it's greater than or equal to, the circle is shaded. Likewise, if it were less than 7, so 0, 7, less than 7, when we put our circle, less than goes to the left, x is less than 7, just less than, so we're not going to shade the circle. But if it was x is less than or equal to 7, so when we put in our 7, circle less than or equal to, we shade inside the circle, right? And that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. So, tell me, scholars, how is that so far? Good?
Yes, miss. I'm understanding.
Yes, miss.
John, you get it so far?
Yes, miss, I get it.
All right, so let's just brush off some of these quick then, right? So I'm gonna give each person, a number, and I want you to walk me through all 4 possibilities, okay? So if I say -5, you're gonna tell me what to do for x is greater than -5, less than -5, greater than or equal to -5, less than or equal to -5. Each person will do all 4. So, John, let's start with you.
Okay, miss.
So your number is -2. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna quickly draw my 4 number lines because I know I'm gonna need them, right?
Yes,
0 in the center, the origin. Gonna draw 2 more down here, quick. All right, John. So you're -2. So walk through each of those inequalities for
Okay,
me.
miss. So, miss, the first one would be x is less. Wait, so miss, x is greater than -2.
Okay.
So, miss, we try to find -2 on the line, miss. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, miss. And then
So
with
where along the line would you put it? Describe that location for me.
miss on the left of the line.
On the left, so over here.
Yes, miss.
All right, so somewhere over here, I'm just gonna put -2. All right, so where, what after that?
Okay, miss. So after we draw a circle above it, miss.
Okay, so draw a circle above it.
Yes, miss. And then we would also draw a arrow going to the right.
So this way,
Yes, miss.
Y to the right.
Miss, because it's greater than miss.
Okay, what next?
X is less than -2.
Okay, so I'm done with this one.
Yes, miss.
All right, so that's correct. Okay, so you said the next one is X is
Greater than, wait, sorry, miss, less than -2.
less than -2. Okay,
That means
so I'm to put back my -2, right?
yes, miss. And
All
miss,
right.
yes, miss. And we draw a circle above the -2,
Mm-hmm.
and the arrow would be facing to the left.
All right, so to the left because it's less than. What
Uh,
next?
miss, for the third one, we're going to
Is
put,
that John? You must tell me if you're done.
yes, yes, miss, I'm finished.
All right.
Okay.
Next.
So, miss, the next one is going to be x is greater than or equal to -2.
Okay.
Miss, we're going to put back the -2 on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to draw a circle above the -2.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to share the circle.
The arrow pointing to where?
Miss, to the right, miss. Right.
To the right. Because it's greater than. Uh-huh.
Okay, miss, and we're going to shade the circle.
All right. So shade the circle. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, miss. That's all.
All right. Next.
Okay, miss, the next one is going to be x is equal to -2.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to put our -2 back on a number line. We're going to draw a circle above it, and the arrow is going to be facing to the left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to draw, we're also going to shade the circle as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, miss, that's it.
All right. Thank you, John. Asar, your number is 5.
Okay.
So let me draw your number lines first. So, all right, you can go ahead, Asar. What's the first one gonna be?
X greater than 5.
So x is greater than 5.
When you draw the line going to the right.
Don't I have to find where 5 is first?
How
Where
okay.
would 5 be? On this side? On the right? On the left? On the right?
Why would
Where would 5 be?
so on the right side?
All right, because it's positive
The
5, so
right
it's
side.
okay. All right. Go ahead.
Then you draw the line going to the right. Draw the circle.
Before I draw the line, what do I put?
You
A
put a
circle.
circle.
Okay. All right. So you say going to the right. All right. Anything else?
No, miss.
All right. Next,
X is less than 5.
x is less than 5. So I find back 5, put my
On the
circle.
left. Oh, sorry, on the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you draw it going to the left.
Draw
The
what?
line.
The
The
arrow?
line.
Okay, the arrow
Yes, miss.
going to the left. Okay.
And
Tell me
then
when you're
X
done.
is.
Is that it?
I'm done. Yes,
All right.
miss.
So when you're done, students just say that's it. Okay. All right. Next, what do we do?
Yes. X is greater than or equal.
Greater than or equal to 5. And
So
that's
we
5
copy
would
the
be about
first.
there. Mm-hmm.
We copy the first one exactly,
Okay.
and then we color the circle because it's greater than or equal to.
All right. Very good.
Now we
Okay.
copy
Next.
the one.
So tell me
So
the
X is
function first.
less than or equal to 5.
Mm-hmm. I
Then
say
we repeat
similar to this one. So similar to that
yeah,
one, except,
the circle is shaded.
all right, so the circle is shaded. All right, Madam Imani.
Okay, miss.
So your number is 0.
Okay, miss. So the first
Hold
one
on,
is
let me draw your number lines.
okay, miss.
All right, go ahead, Imani.
Okay, miss. So the first one is going to be x is greater than 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so we're going to mark where 0 is on the line, which is
Okay,
right
see.
in the
Mm-hmm.
middle, is where the two axes meet.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to say we're going to put the point and put 0 in this.
So put
And
circle.
yes, miss. So because it's greater than, we're going to go to the right, and
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to shade the circle because it's just equal than. It's not. Um,
Okay.
sorry, it's greater than, not equal than. It's not. Yeah. Okay. The
Not
next
equal to.
not equal
Okay.
to. Yeah.
So the next one is.
The next one. The next one is um x is greater than or equal to 0.
Mm-hmm.
So, miss, we're going. It's going to be similar to the first one, but we're going to shade the circle. So we're still going to the right since it's greater than. I'm going to shade the entire circle.
Okay.
The next one is going to be x is less than 0, and this time we're going to put the circle and we're going to the left since it's less than, and we're not
Mm-hmm.
going to shade it.
Okay.
And for the last one, x is less than or equal to 0, we're going to go to the left again, but this time we're going to shade the circle.
All right. Okay, so everybody have this down pat, right?
Yes, miss.
Everybody have this down pat. All right, so let me see if anybody's saying anything in the chat. All right, so no comments in the chat yet. So hopefully, oh, good night, Akila. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. Welcome, Zion. All right, so if you're good in the chat, just say, Miss, I'm good. I get it. I understand. So now we're going to proceed. So this was with the number line. Now we're going to look at the coordinate plane, representing inequalities, sketching them on the coordinate plane. So suppose we had, let's use a coordinate plane. We know that's 0. If we want to show x is greater than 5, right? X is greater than 5. So we find where 5 is on the x-axis, and we would put a dotted line, or a broken line is called, through 5, straight vertical line, and we would shade to the right. So this is x is greater than 5, right? Dotted line because it's just greater than. Shade to the right because it's greater than. If it's x is greater than or equal to 5, when we find where 5 is, we put a straight or unbroken line and shade to the right. Suppose it's less than. So again, x is less than 5. Find where 5 is, broken line, dotted line through 5, straight, shade to the left because it's less than. X is less than or equal to 5. 5 on the x-axis, straight line down, unbroken line because it's equal to, and shade to the left. Pretty simple. You understand it, guys? You get it?
Miss, how do you do the one again with the greater than and less than one, Miss?
If it's greater than or less than, you put a dotted line. You don't put a straight line. It's broken.
Oh yes, Miss, I remember.
So you just put your pencil against the ruler and make little marks. You wouldn't go straight down, right?
Yes, Miss.
Yeah. So for the greater than or the less than, it's broken, and then you shade to the right for greater than, to the left for less than. If it's greater than or equal to, it's straight, it's not broken.
Okay.
For the y, so that's for the x's. So for the y now, so we know that's 0. Y is greater than 2. So we find 2 on the y-axis, straight through 2, and we shade a mistake. What's the mistake I made?
Miss the line.
Miss.
The line should be broken, right?
Yes.
So it's a dotted line or a broken line through 2. And then we shade. So you wouldn't be drawing these lines, you'd be actually shading. You would have your pencil and doing your nice little shading, right? Neat and nice.
Yes,
For y is greater than or equal to 2. Find where 2 is on the y-axis, straight line across.
and then shade
And
up.
shade. Yeah, shade above because it's greater than. And you can imagine it's the same thing what happened for the less than, except what?
Miss is going to be turned around. Miss. Yeah. Because I'm
So
shade
y
below.
so y is less than 2. We find 2. dotted line, and we shade below
Yes.
the line, right?
Yes.
And less than or equal to, same principle. So y is less than or equal to 2. So we'll find the 2. Straight line this time, shade below. You can't want it simpler than that, can you?
No, it's definitely quite simple. That was exactly quite simple.
Right. Can't get it simpler than this.
Yes.
So that's shading. You would use your pencil and shade. Nice, smooth, clean shading. So we can have other lines. So for example, y is equal to 2x. Y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 5. So what we would do is rule up the line
Miss, you mean the
2x
table?
plus 5. The table, yeah. So let's just put in a domain -3 and 3, right? 2x, 5. So 2 times -3, -6. Plus 5 is -1, 2, 0, 0.
Plus 5 is
Plus
5.
5 is 5, and 2, 3, 6.
Plus
Plus
5 is
5 is 11. And we would actually plot this line.
got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plot that line. So -3 to -1. So that's about there. This is just sketching, right?
Yes.
0 to 5. And then 3 to 11. So you would join your line as usual, draw your equation, write your equation. So it will be equal to, on the equation, it will be y is equal to 2x plus 5. And since now the inequation was less than, we would shade below that line, right?
Oh. So Miss,
If
since
it,
it's a plus,
if it
we
was
shade above.
greater than, we would shade above the line.
Okay, I get it.
You get it?
Yes.
All right, so tell me what you think the inequation for this line would be. What would be the inequation for that line?
Okay. So Miss, it's 0 to 0.
Miss X is greater than or equal to Y.
X is greater than or equal to y.
Yeah.
What would be the equation first for that line?
Miss X equals Y.
Y equals x, right?
Yes, Y equals X.
All right, so we're shading above it, and it's a broken line. So what do you think is the inequation?
Oh, Y is great. Oh, Y is greater than X.
Y is greater than x.
Okay.
Because this is the line y equal x. It goes to the
Yes.
origin, and whatever y is x is. So how about this? What would be the inequation for this line?
Miss.
Also going through the origin.
Okay, Miss. That would be y is greater than or equal to
Miss X is greater than
Start
Y.
with y, Imani. It's a
Oh,
function.
sorry. Y is less than X.
You
Oh
sure?
no, Y is less than or equal to X.
Y is a less
that.
than,
It's greater than.
Sorry, greater
and we're
than.
shading above the line.
Yes, Miss. I just said that was
So
greater than
y
or
is greater than or equal to what?
to X.
No.
No? Mr.
Tell me the equation of the straight line there.
Uh,
Without the inequation, what's the equation of this line?
Is Y is equal to negative X, negative
Yeah,
1X.
negative
Oh, so
x.
it's negative X.
This is the line y is equal to x,
Okay, miss.
y is equal to negative x. So one goes that way, one goes that way, right?
Yes,
So
miss.
the inequation would be y is greater than or equal to negative x. All right, so far so good. You guys understanding?
Yes, miss.
Everybody
You
understand?
understand?
yes, miss.
Okay, so Zion says he understands. Jamani says he understands. Imani understand. John understand. How about you, Asar? You get it?
Yeah, yes, miss.
All right. So as usual, I'm going to give each person one to do, or a couple of them to do. Let's start with some simple straight lines. So tell me what to do for this, Asar. X is greater than or equal to -4 on the coordinate plane.
Okay, miss. Miss.
So,
Asar, not John, Asar. So tell me what to do, Asar.
Find -4 on the x-axis.
Mm-hmm. Left or right?
Then left,
All right, so -4 is here.
and then you draw a straight line going up.
Vertical or horizontal line?
Vertical.
So a straight vertical line through -4. Mm-hmm.
And then shade to the right
All right, so
because it's
shade.
greater than.
Okay, very good. Shade to the right. All right, John.
Yes, miss.
X is less than or equal to 3.
Okay. So, miss, 3 would be on the right of the coordinate plane.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's less than or equal to miss, we draw the line, the straight line, miss. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And miss, we would shade to the left, miss.
To the left because it's less than. Okay. All right, very good. Imani,
yes, miss.
x is greater than or equal to 0.
Okay, miss. So we're going to. Oh, it's going to go down this. We're going to the. We're going to go like horizontally, miss. Since
Horizontally.
wait, no, sorry, vertically because it's the x-axis. We're going to draw the line vertically, and since it's greater than or equal to, we're going to have a dotted line.
Dotted line for greater than or equal to.
Miss,
Not dotted line,
straight line, miss.
straight line. So where should I draw the straight line?
Miss to the origin.
Hmm?
To the origin, miss.
To the origin. So it's already drawn for us. That's the y-axis, right?
Yes.
So where x is equal to 0, that's the y-axis. So this axis here, we could highlight it, and then I shade to which direction. Imani, to which direction? Left or right? Do I shade?
Sorry, miss. We're going right
Okay.
since it's greater than.
So x is 0 at the y-axis, so we just shade from the y-axis to the right. All right, Asar, how about y is less than -3?
Hers find -3 at the bottom.
So below, so the negative y-axis, so that's here.
Then draw a horizontal line through the 3 dotted line.
Dotted line through the 3.
And then it's less than, so you shade underneath it.
Okay. So shade down here. Very good. John, y is
Yes,
less than 5.
Miss, why is less than I want, Miss?
5.
Um, Miss, your screen is frozen.
My screen is frozen.
Yes, Miss. Oh,
Tell me what to do.
okay, Miss. So, Miss, we find 5 on the y.
Up or down?
Miss, listen, Miss.
Up or down? Above or below?
Um, Miss should be below.
It's a +5, John. Where would the
Oh,
5 be?
but Miss,
I'm asking if the 5 would be up here or is the 5 down here?
Miss, positive.
Okay, it's a +5, so it's up here.
So, Miss, we're going to see. Miss, we're going to draw a dotted line here.
Okay.
And Miss, we would shade below.
All right. All right, Imani, y is greater than or equal to -4.
Okay, miss. So we're going to find -4 on the y-axis, and
Mhm.
since it's greater than or equal to, we're going to have
So
a
it's
straight
-4
line
up or
going.
down? Up here?
Oh, down, miss.
Okay,
Down.
down here. Mhm.
And we're going to have a straight line, not a dotted line, a straight line going through the
Straight line through
y-axis
-4.
horizontally.
Mhm.
Yes, miss, through -4. And since it's greater than, we're going to shade above.
Okay.
Yes, miss.
All right. Okay, so all we're left to do now is I'm going to give each of you an equation, a function for a straight line, and you're going to walk me through a simple table, just 3 points, and then you're going to plot it and tell me where to shade, and that's it. Okay. All right. So back to you, Asar. So your equation is y equal -2x -4. You choose your domain. Guide me through the table, and then we'll plot it and you tell me where to shade. Y is less than or equal to.
Y, so x at the top there. -2,
Mm-hmm.
0, -4.
Sorry, this should be a positive 4. I didn't write it properly. Let me. So that's what you're choosing for your domain, -2 and -4?
-2 and +4.
Positive 4. All right.
And then -2x. -2, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then -4.
Mm-hmm.
And then y less than or equal to. And -2 times -2 is 4. -2 times 0 is 0. -2 times 4 is -8.
Mm-hmm.
And then subtract all of them from 4.
Subtract 4 from all of them.
And get 0, -4, and -12.
Mm-hmm. All
Y
right.
is,
What's in that?
y is less than or equal to. So, wait, no. -2
Plot it
here.
like it's equal to first, and then just shade where the less than would come in. So, -5. So we're gonna plot the line first. -2 to 0. So -2 to 0. 0 to -4. 0 to -4. Oh, the negative numbers were 12. Okay. And 4 to -12. So 4, -12. All right. So this is a line. And I put y is equal to -2x minus 4. So what do I do now?
Then it's less than,
Mm-hmm.
and it's less than or equal to. So shade below it.
Okay.
Imani left.
Oh,
Or
Imani got kicked out. Let me
yeah,
check.
got picked.
Oh, okay. All right, Asara, so you can do another one, and if she doesn't come back, we can wrap it up there.
Okay, miss.
All right, so we did a less than or equal to. So let's just do a greater than. Y is greater than 4x plus 1. All right, so choose your domain, Asar.
401.
Choose a negative number and a positive number and the 0.
-401.
0, 1. All right, so tell me what I have here.
I think Imani is in the waiting room now.
Yeah, man, I'll let her back in.
Uh,
So tell me what I have here.
-4x
4x.
plus 1. 4x plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 times -4 is -16.
Mm-hmm.
4 times 0 is 0. And 4 times 1 is 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then we add 1. -16 plus 1 is -15. 0 plus 1 is 1, and 4 plus 1 is 5.
Okay. So we have -1, -2, -3, -4. Now we have 1, 2. So -5, -10, -15, and 5, 10. So tell me, so it's -4 to -15, -4 to -15, 0 to 1, so 0 on the x up to 1, and 1 to 5, so 1 up to 5. All right. So this is the line. And I'll write my equation on the line, y equals,
It's supposed to be a dotted line.
oh yes, sorry, dotted line. So because it is just greater than and not greater than or equal to, it's a broken or dotted line. 4x plus 1. And then where do we shade?
Above, to the left.
Above the line, because it's greater than. All right. So let me see if I can let them back in. No.
Yes, miss. Sorry
Yes,
about
miss.
that. Our Wi-Fi kicked us out.
Okay, welcome back. So just in time for each of you to do a line.
Okay,
All
miss.
right, so Imani, y is greater than or equal to -x plus 7.
Okay,
Who's your
miss.
domain?
We can work with -4 and 4. Like x is, yeah.
All right.
So first we're going to have -x
Mm-hmm.
plus 7.
Mm-hmm.
So negative x is basically a negative x value. So negative 4, negative 4 is going to be a positive 4.
Mm-hmm.
And 0 is a special number, so it's not negative, or
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah. And 4 is going to be -4.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to add 7 to each of them. So 4 plus 7 is 11. 0 plus 7 is 7. And -4 plus 7 is positive 3. Yes, miss. So now we
So they're
can
all
move forward.
positives, so we can come down here, right?
Yes, miss.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. So negative, oh, and then we have 5, 10, 15. So -4 to 11, -4 on the x up to 11, 0 to
Um,
7, so
this,
0 to 7,
this,
and 4 to 3,
yes, miss.
4 to 3. All right, is the line going to be straight or broken or unbroken?
Miss, it's going to be unbroken to input equal
Unbroken?
to.
Okay, so
Yes, miss.
all right, I
So
will write y
equation, yes,
equals
miss.
-x plus 7. Do I shade above or below the line?
We're going to shade above the line since y is greater than.
All right, so it's above the line. Thank you, John.
Yes, miss.
Y is less than 2x.
Okay, we should just so the domain that we can use
What's your
is
domain?
3 almost negative 3.
Not hearing you, John.
It's 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's hit the 2x and then we put the y in place. Because that's
Mm-hmm.
what we want to have. So the 2x times negative 3 would give 6.
2 times negative 3, not 2x times negative 3.
2 times negative 3 would give you negative 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and 2 times 0 should give you 0. And 2 times 3 should give you 6. So the y values are negative 6, 0, and 6.
Okay.
Okay, I'm then going to
So we go up to 6, and so let's say 2, 4, 6, negative 2. All right, so what to what? So negative 3 on the x to negative 6. So negative 3 down to negative 6. 0 to 0, so in through the origin, and 3 to 6. So 3 up to 6. All right. Dotted or straight? Broken or unbroken?
this is going to be broken.
So why is it broken?
It's because it's a less than this and not a less than or equal to.
Okay. And the equation is y equals
2x.
2x. Do we shade above or below?
This is shade below.
So you would not be drawing strokes, but you'd be actually shading, right? Okay. And that is that. That's it for graphing inequations, right? Hopefully everybody understands now both graphing them on the number line as well as graphing them on the coordinate plane. So remind me, what are the pointers for the number line? When we're
This the
graphing
pointer.
inequality.
Okay, miss on the number line, if it's greater than this, you draw a circle above the number and you draw an arrow going right, miss.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's less than, you also draw a circle above the number and the arrow will be going less. Oh, sorry, miss, left.
Mm-hmm. Left. Okay.
Great. Greater than or equal to, you draw a circle and you'd have to shade the circle
Mm-hmm.
and the arrow would be going to the right. And if it was greater than and if it was less than or equal to, you draw a circle and you also shade that circle and the arrow would be going to the left.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, and that's it. For the coordinate plane, we use broken lines for less than or greater than, shade above the line for greater than, shade below the line for less than. And we use unbroken or straight lines for greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Shade above for greater than or equal to, and below for less than or equal to. If you're given whatever complicated function draw up your table for the function just the same as an equation and plot your function, and then you look to see if you're going to need a broken line or unbroken line, and whether it's greater than or equal to your shade above, less than or equal to shade below. All right, so that's it, guys. Anything you want to say?
Please remember, we're not just solving math problems, we're changing lives.
Thank you, sir. And with that, we bid farewell. Thank you for your company as always. Thank you to those in the chat for your company and for your participation. I'll see you tomorrow when we do algebra again. So we're going to factorize. Yeah, we're going to factorize some more quadratics because that's just not enough. What we did last week was just not enough. We're going to do some more. All right, so see you tomorrow, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
miss.
miss.
Hello CSEC math students, I know you are busy preparing for your math tests and your CSEC exams coming up. I have a very important question to ask you. Do you like my new hat? Thank you. Now another important question. Have you ever gotten a math problem wrong simply because of making one little mistake? I'm sure you have, as thousands of other students have. Now in this series we're going to be looking at the common mistakes that students make with all the topics in CSEC math. We're going to look at the common errors, demystify everything. Make sure you watch every video in this series so that you can avoid making those mistakes. So stay tuned. Hello scholars, did you know that most times when students get problems wrong in mathematics is as a result of one single error or one mistake? Well, this is absolutely true, and we're going to be looking at the common errors that students make in the different topics in mathematics. If we know the errors beforehand, we can certainly avoid making them. Are you ready? Come on, take my hand.